This is how I keep my vagina moist and young. This should not come as a surprise. As we age, so do every organ in our body, and that includes our genitals. We think about aging in terms of our brain, our heart, our skin, and maybe our reproductive organs if we're still thinking about fertility. But how about our genitals? Well, they age as we do, and it is important to pay attention to them as time goes by. Men are very familiar with aging and their genitals, as many will face the consequences of the inexorable time and find themselves with erection problems later in life. But what about women? Well, although the signs of aging in our genitalia may not be as evident as with men, women also suffer the pass of time as our own vulvas and vaginas age. So, if you have a vulva and vagina or love them, you should want to pay attention to how to keep them young and ready for action. Hi, I am Dr. Tanji, the sex doctor, board certified clinical sexologist, and the happiest person on earth since I get to live in the fantastic world of human sexuality and sexual health every day of my life. Welcome. Do me a huge favor and subscribe. Your subscription, likes, shares do not only help me and show me appreciation, it helps the channel grow and reach a broader audience, and also forces the algorithm to prioritize my content instead of hiding it because I talk about sex without shame and judgment. You may also become a member of the Sex Intelligent Club for exclusive intimate content that I cannot share here. And thank you so much to those who send me super thanks. I appreciate you. So do me a favor, do it right now, find the subscribe button and click on it. Thanks. Okay, so let me talk to you about my vagina. Aging is a privilege, but comes with its challenges. And for many women, the changes in hormones come with changes in the vagina. These changes are primarily due to estrogen deficiency, as estrogen plays a crucial role in maintaining the health and function of vaginal tissues. When estrogen levels drop, vaginal integrity can become compromised, leading to a variety of symptoms and changes in the vaginal environment, including vaginal tissues that become thinner, drier, and less elastic, which is known as vaginal atrophy. Since estrogen stimulates the production of collagen, a protein that helps maintain the structural integrity and firmness of the vaginal wall, with reduced estrogen, collagen production decreases, leading to a loss of vaginal elasticity and the potential for prolapse, a condition where the vaginal walls sag and drop. Vaginal lubrication also becomes a problem, as estrogen is essential for stimulating the vaginal glands that produce natural lubrication. And without enough estrogen, vaginal dryness occurs, making sexual intercourse painful and increasing the risk of irritation and injury to the vaginal walls, which is particularly problematic during intercourse and can make penetration painful and lead to irritation and tears in the vaginal wall. Ouch! And finally, the pH balance and microflora change as estrogen levels drop because estrogen helps maintain healthy vaginal pH, which is naturally acidic. And when estrogen is low, the vaginal pH becomes more alkaline, which can disrupt the balance of normal vaginal flora, and it makes it easier for harmful bacteria and yeast to thrive. The drop on estrogen can increase the risk of infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections that plague women as they age. As I age, I pay a lot of attention to the integrity of my vulva and vagina, and these are the things that I do to prevent vaginal aging. Before we continue, let me tell you that you can talk to me live and ask me questions about sex directly. I am leaving you the link below so you can schedule your time with me. Hope to see you soon. If you have a vulva and vagina, take notes. If you love them, share this information. If you are experiencing symptoms of vaginal atrophy or other issues related to estrogen deprivation, it is very important to speak to a healthcare provider. They can assess your situation and recommend the most appropriate treatment to help restore vaginal health and comfort. I have been doing this for well over a decade, maybe 20 years or so. Every day, every single day, I apply coconut oil to my vulva and vagina, labia folds, opening of the vagina, and the vagina internally. Coconut oil is great for moisturizing, it's antimicrobial, and has anti-inflammatory properties. Coconut oil is rich in fatty acids that help to deeply hydrate skin and let back in moisture, keeping the skin soft and smooth. The next thing I use are vitamin E suppositories. I use them regularly as vitamin E is an antioxidant and helps prevent or protect cells from oxidative damage, which can be beneficial in preserving the integrity of vaginal tissues and promoting healing, besides being a great moisturizer and anti-inflammatory. I also use a vaginal moisturizer for my vagina. Yep. Twice a week, I insert a vaginal moisturizer inside my vagina. A vaginal moisturizer is a product specifically designed to help relieve and manage vaginal dryness by providing long-lasting hydration to the vaginal tissues. It is different from lubricants, which are typically used to reduce friction during sexual activity, while vaginal moisturizers are intended for regular, everyday use to improve the overall comfort and health of the vaginal area. This is a game changer, and I recommend this for all vaginas on earth, especially those experiencing dryness, irritation, and painful intercourse. Estrogen. Estrogen is a miracle, and it is essential for vaginal health. Twice weekly, along with a vaginal moisturizer, I take an applicator and plunge some estrogen cream into my vagina. I also use systemic estrogen, but the vagina or the vaginal estrogen delivers estrogen directly to the vaginal area, and it is often more effective than oral estrogen to preserve vaginal integrity. This next thing I do is something I tell everybody. Lube is your friend. I don't care how old you are, how excited and aroused you think you are, how often you have sex. When you do have sex, have your water-based lubricant ready for vaginal penetration. Keep it close to you and reach for it before and throughout intercourse to reduce friction and increase pleasure. Now, this may come as a surprise, but this next thing I do for my vagina is great to keep all vaginas healthy. Sleep without underwear. Going without underwear allows the genital area to breathe better and stay cooler and can reduce moisture buildup, which in turn may help prevent yeast infections and other issues related to excess moisture. So, ditch the underwear at night. You don't need it. This is one thing I keep out of my vulva and vagina in order to keep it healthy. I don't use soap in my vulva or vagina. I use gentle soap for the outside, the exterior of the vulva, but I don't use any soap for the inside structures of my vulva. Also, I have never douched. Nobody needs to douche, and it is harmful to the vagina, by the way. I don't use any powders or deodorants or perfumed creams. In fact, I don't use anything that I cannot put in my eye in my vulva or vagina. All of those things I mentioned before are very irritating and can bring a lot of harm to the vagina. I eat a diet rich in probiotics, which is great for vaginal health. Probiotics can play a helpful role in maintaining vaginal health, particularly by supporting the balance of the good bacteria in the vaginal environment. I prefer to get my probiotics through food, and I eat a lot of fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi, and it has great benefits for the vagina. Obviously, you cannot keep a moist vagina if you're dehydrated. So staying hydrated is essential for keeping an elastic and plumped vagina and tissue. Staying hydrated supports the production of natural vaginal lubrication, helps flush away harmful bacteria, supports bladder health and healthy pH balance, and improves the skin. And this is the easiest thing to do to keeping your vagina moist. Last but not least, I do Kegel exercises. I am actually doing them right now. Kegel exercises are beneficial for vaginal health and overall pelvic floor function. These exercises target the pelvic floor muscles, which support the uterus, bladder, rectum, and small intestine, and strengthening these muscles around the vagina and pelvic area, which are essential for urinary control, support during sexual activity, and overall pelvic health, can prevent or reduce issues such as pelvic organ prolapse, urinary incontinence, lead to more intense orgasms, and sexual satisfaction for both partners. Pelvic floor exercises also improve circulation to the vagina and increase moisture. Oh, the joys. Although it may seem like a lot, all of these steps that I take to keep my vagina moist and young take me only mere few minutes a day, and I do them automatically every day as part of my morning, night, exercise, and self-care routines, and my vagina is very well worth my time and effort. What do you think? If you have a vagina, how do you care for it? And again, if you love vaginas but don't have one, share this with the vaginas that you love. As always, I wish you safe, healthy, and pleasurable sex of whatever kind you practice. This is Dr. Tanji, the Sex Doctor, and I'll see you next time.